Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Ram. So we were going to draw the lotus feet, but because no one is here, very less people, just one person now. So I will just explain quickly. So this is called Ardhendam, which is a half moon. So half moon indicates like moon only, and also half moon indicates Lord Shiva always wears half moon. So half moon is the is the is the symbol for coolness, right? And because of moon, all the vegetations and everything grows, right? Because of moon, and the fruit becomes more juicy.
Yeah.
So it is basically the nourishment, and also because Lord Shiva wears this half moon, so and it is marked on the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna both. So we can say that Radha and Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna carries on, Lord Shiva carries on his head because he is a Param Vaishnava. Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. So he is the greatest of Vaishnavas. So that's why. So there are that these are the few reasons. Then this is Valli. Valli is a creeper. Okay. So our devotion is also like a creeper, Bhakti Lata Bij. So the seed is sown by the spiritual master, and then we water it, right? And then it grows into um, a creeper. So there are 9 stages of bhakti as we learned previously. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivendanam. And above this, there are 9 processes of bhakti, which are Adav Shraddha. So, in the beginning, there is Shraddha. Okay, we all need to have some faith, right? Then Sadhu Sangha. When we have faith in Krishna, then we go for the like-minded people, right? The Vaishnavas. So we go to devotee circles and we try to associate with Tata Sadhu Sangha, Tatha Bhajan Kriya. With devotees, what do you do? Bhajan Kriya. Bhajan Kriya means not only doing Kirtan, Kartal, not only those things, but what we are doing now is also Bhajan Kriya, glorifying Krishna. Okay, so Bhajan Kriya. Then what happens? Anartha Nivrutti. Dhire dhire Anartha Nivrutti. So slowly our all the anarthas, uh, lust, anger, greed, pride, madness, and illusion, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya. Everything goes away. Slowly. Okay. It takes lots of births and lots of millions of years to get rid of all these 6 anarthas. So anartha nivrutti, then uh, then then astha. Okay. Uh, so we have some astha, like just like faith, greater than faith is astha, and then nishtha. It's okay. Okay. Then we have firm belief in Krishna, nishtha. Then asakti. We have attachment to Krishna and detachment from material, uh, mundane things, right? So attachment, nistha, asakti, then bhava bhakti, uh, nistha, no, astha, nistha, asakti, bhava bhakti. Okay, then it goes to bhava bhakti. So bhava bhakti includes many symptoms. Like you might have seen some people have sudden perspiration, their eyes got protruded, then their hair on their body stand on its end, right?
Yeah.
And um, uh, in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's case, it also got melted, like it high temperature, right? Very high temperature of the body. So even it could melt the stone. His body temperature got so high when he was in bhava bhakti, and it can also expand or constrict. Okay, so this all the symptoms were also seen in Bharat Maharaj, who was in the next birth. He was Bharat Maharaj, and then he got attached to the deer, and then he in the next birth he got deer body, and in the next body he was again Jada Bharata, and then he got delivered. So you can imagine that the person on the Bhava Bhakti stage, he also got fall down into the deer body. So if we have attachment to such certain kinds of things, and at the end of our life, if we remember by chance such kind of things, like which are not to be thought of, then we might also get. So some people say that if you do bhakti, then you can remember Krishna at the end of your life. But it's all Krishna's mercy and our endeavor plus our destiny. Lots of things matter. So this is called bhava bhakti. Okay, in short. So this there are I showed you around 5-6 symptoms. That is called bhava bhakti, and the last stage is prema bhakti. So prema bhakti is like what gopis or Radharani have, love for Krishna. So that is called pure love for Krishna. So that is spiritual love. In material world, there is no love. We all have some meaning to love someone. Something is there. Otherwise, we will never love anyone. We can give only our love to Krishna. So, but we are unfortunate in this material world. We are not able to love only Krishna. So, but Radharani and the gopis and Mother Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, they had only one single focus of attaining Krishna and loving Krishna. So that is called Prema Bhakti. Okay. So this is the Valli's explanation. And also there is one more explanation about Valli. There is Tamal tree. Tamal tree means bay leaf. If you have seen bay leaf, right, which we add in the curries, so that is called Tamal Patra. So there is a tree in Vrindavan also. There are many trees in Vrindavan, Tamal trees, if you might have seen. So they have dark colored leaves. So this tamal tree is very sacred, nice, and but sometimes the creeper grows around the trunk of the tree, right? So that valli, that creeper, we can call it as Radharani. So she is always bound by the thoughts of Krishna. So in the same way, our devotional service also should be bound by Krishna's um, um, love, right? Attachment to Krishna. Then this is Pushpa, means flower. So as the fragrance of the flower um, goes everywhere, right? When we light agarbatti, incense stick, incense stick. Its aroma goes spreads everywhere. So in the same way, a pure devotee smell, or Srimati Radharani or Krishna's love of Godhead, that can spread in miraculous ways to many, many places. So our Sankirtana movement also. Okay, so and also it is very flowers are always very soft. So Krishna and Radha's lotus feet are very soft. So Krishna and Radha have lotus feet, and Radharani have flower in her feet. Then Valayan. So there are two meanings, like Valayan in Krishna, we saw Ambar, right? So that was sky, which holds everything. And also in this case, it is a bangle, which Radharani uses around her hand. So this signifies that. So that's a bangle of Radharani. So if we meditate on this bangle, then also, like we have seen Srimati Radha Rani and Madhav of Mayapur or Radha Shyam Sundar of Krishna of Vrindavan. You might have seen her hand hold sometimes flower, something. So her hands are very auspicious, and she wears beautiful bangles. So these kind of things um, keeps our mind into continuously into devotion to Krishna. Otherwise, our mind wanders everywhere. Okay. Then Chhatra. This is Chhatra. So which is an umbrella. So which gives shelter to the devotees. So Radha Krishna's lotus feet are always divine shelter for the devotees, and so it protects. It proves the protection, right? So we are always protected by their divine love. Okay, so we should take shelter of their lotus feet. And this is dwaja. So if you have seen on the temple, there is always a dwaja. So dwaja marks auspiciousness, and so all the inauspicious things can go away. So this is dwaja. Then ankusha. Ankusha is sorry. Ankusha is um, a Mahavat of the elephant, right? He uses Ankusha to control the elephant. So our mind is also like the elephant. It needs to be beaten, like our spiritual master and our many other gurus. They were used to say that when you wake up in the morning, you should beat your mind 100 times with the broom. If you go to Jagannath Puri or in the West Bengal somewhere, like Mayapur, some in some places of Mayapur, if you go visit temple, they will be beating broom on your head. You might have experienced that sometime.
Hardly?
Have you ever experienced?
No, I haven't been there, but do they do it hardly?
I can't hear you.
Do they do it hardly?
No, very like broom,
Oh,
like a broom. They beat broom two three times on your head. It's a blessing, one type of, but it is to control our mind basically. I couldn't understand previously when I was not in this bhakti or something. So we went to Jagannath Puri 2017. So they were put three times they will broom. They put broom in your hand. I couldn't understand why they are doing this, but it was nice experience. So our gurus say that you should beat your head with the broom every day 100 times when you wake up, and when you go to sleep 100 times. Your mind is so like a mad, so it's very difficult to conquer. So in the same way, and also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that when we do Vaishnava aparadh, when we offend some Vaishnavas, right? When we insult or something, when we don't listen, or when we insult, in short. So that is called Vaishnava aparadh. That is Hathi Matta aparadh. That is called Hathi Matta Mad Hathi. When the elephant is mad, he goes mad. He destroys jungle and everything. He destroys all the trees and forests, everything. You cannot imagine how much destruction he does. So in the same way, when we do Vaishnava aparadh, our mind becomes mad like elephant. So to control our mind for doing all such nonsenses, this lotus sweet, holding on to lotus sweet of Srimati Radharani, Sri Krishna, it helps us get rid of all this very invasive aparadhs which may bring fall down to our bhakti totally. So, and if we do fall down from our devotional service, then repeated birth and death, and we cannot get rid of it. Then 84 million species and everything comes into picture. So, this is very important for us, Ankush. Then Padma, again, like the flower. it is very soft with nice soft petals. So the lotus sweet is very soft. Krishna and Radharani's lotus sweet are compared to the lotus. Sorry, feet are compared to the lotus. So among the flowers, lotus is the most beautiful flower and most delicate, very beautiful. So also the Golok Vrindavan, as I said in the Krishna's lotus sweet part, that Golok Vrindavan is also in the shape of lotus petals, and this eight Astasakhi are in the eight, all the like one petals of this lotus flower. So and also lotus flower grows above the um, above the the mud, right, in the mud, but it grows above the mud part, and the leaf also, it it remains above. It doesn't get dirty by the touch of the dirt inside the mud, right, inside the lake. So in the same way, the pure devotional service can get us rid of all this mud in this material world and keep us above it. Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yah. Lipyate ne sapapena padma patramivambasa. In the fifth chapter, Krishna says in the Karma Sannyasa Yoga chapter. So when we dissociate with the kusanga, with the non-devotees, okay, when we don't associate with the non-devotees, then our life becomes like lotus flower. We can hold on to Krishna, and we can not get sunk into this all this mud and this bad qualities of the material world, and we can keep ourselves very strong in devotional service. Lipyatena sapapena padmapatram. So that person is not tinged by any kind of sins. Papena padmapatram imambasa. Just like the padmapatra or padma,
Yeah.
the lotus leaf or flower. Then this is Ari. Ari means the chakra. So chakra also cut down our 6 unwanted anarthas, misgivings, 6 misgivings, which are lust, anger, greed, illusion, illusion, then madness, um, काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, मद, मात्सर्य, envy. Okay, these are the 6. And this is Jo, means the grain. Just like I said in Krishna's lotus sweet also has the grain. So that sustains the entire universe, grain. So lotus sweet also sustains us and nourishes us. This is Urdhva Rekha. So Urdhva Rekha means their lotus sweet is the way for our Urdhva Gati. We can travel towards higher planets, not only higher planets, the spiritual world. So it takes us away from this material world and brings us to the spiritual world. So this is the left foot of Srimati Radharani. This is the right foot of Srimati Radharani. So in the right foot, we can see Matsya. So Matsya is a fish, which is, if you have seen fish, if you remove from water, then it dies. So in the same way, in this material world, we are also like outside of the water, and we are dying. As soon as we are born, we are dying. We are dying. We are born for dying, and we die for taking birth again. So death means birth again, and birth means death again. So this is the material world. This is the irony of material world. So if you want to get rid of this material world and we want to swim inside the water, then we have to take shelter of Krishna and Radharani's lotus feet. So this is the Shakti, which is the Trishul, trident.
Mm.
So Krishna and Radharani is the powerhouse. Just like in our city, we have powerhouse, right? From where all the electricity, everything comes. So they are the powerful, and we are, or the Shakti, or any Devi Mata, or any demigod, they are the Shakti. But Krishna and Radharani are the Shakti-shali, or powerful. And all others might have, we all might have some power. We cannot call ourselves as powerful. Most powerful is Srimati Radharani and Krishna. So that is why this is Shakti. So it is the powerhouse of all the opulences that we have got. Whatever skills, whatever greatness we have got is coming from Krishna. We should never forget this. So this is the this signifies, this Shakti signifies that. And this is Sandana, means mandir or the altar. So so in our altar of our mind, we should always keep Srimati Radharani and Krishna with lots of flags for auspiciousness. So this is basically that. Then Gadam. So it may cut. Don't remember much, but it is basically to defy some bad omens. Okay, so many, just like chakra, gada is a similar thing to cut down the bad omens or the inauspiciousness. And Balram and Srimati Radharani are our gurus. They are the spiritual masters, the Adi spiritual masters. Balram is Guru Tattva. So Rajshri is Srimati Radharani also. So by the taking shelter of Balram and Srimati Radharani, we can reach Krishna. So that signifies that also. And Kundala means because this is Radharani's lotus feet, there is bangle, there is Kundala, flower. So these are the significant things which Radharani loves. So Kundala is, it is said that when Krishna hears the songs or poems recited by Srimati Radharani, or the glorifications, his appreciation. So he loves to hear all from Srimati Radharani. So, this is that. And so Srimati Radharani always keeps her earrings in her lotus feet, so that we also can hear, just like Krishna hears Srimati Radharani for Krishna's glorification, for his own glorification. Shrunotam swakatha Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtanam, Hridayantascha Bhadrani, Vidunoti Surutsatam. In Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, saying, Vidvyasa Muni saying, Shuddha Goswami saying, that by hearing Shruntam Swakatha Krishna. So Krishna, when he hears his own glorification, he loves. And also when we hear Krishna's glorification, we also get enlightened, and then enlightened. And Shrunotam Swakatha Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtanam. Why? Because it is very most pious activity. Punya Shravana Kirtanam. By hearing and glorifying Krishna, it is all very auspicious. Punya Hridayantascha Abhadrani. All the misgiving, sinful desires from our heart, it carries away. Okay, as much as you glorify Krishna, all our sins we can get rid of that. So Hridayantascha Abhadrani, Vidunoti Surutsatam. So, and it washes away all our mundane desires. Vidunoti Surudsata, because Krishna is Surada. He is the most best friend. Surudam Sarvabhutanam Gnatva Mam Shanti Marichati. right? 5.29. So he is a best friend, so supreme best friend. So because he's our Surud. So that's why we should always sing, chant, and hear, especially hear. Everything comes from hearing. Shravanam is the first process of our devotional service. When we die, the last part that goes away, like we sense, this last sense that we lose is the ear, the sense of hearing. That's why when someone is dying, we should always chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra or sing. The first sense goes away is nose. Okay, then taste, then the touch, and the last is or then the sight, and then last is the hearing. So hearing has a very great importance in devotee's life. So that's why also Radharani is the greatest devotee of Krishna. And this is Yagna Bedi, means fire sacrifice, sacrificial altar. So our all the mind's desires, mundane desires, we can um, sacrifice into this fire, in the fire of Krishna's love. Okay, and this is Govardhana mountain, which is the heart of Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna. So Srimati Radharani said to Krishna that if Govardhan is not coming to Vrindavan, then I can't come with you on this material world in Vrindavan Dham, Bhauma Vrindavan. So Bhauma Vrindavan is always decorated with Govardhana Mount, most dear to Krishna and Radharani. Govardhan mountain is Krishna himself, and along with that, he is the greatest devotee of Krishna also. So just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is greatest devotee of Krishna, but he is Krishna himself, Radharani, in the bhav of Radharani. So in the same way, Govardhan mountain is also such kind of devotee, but he is Krishna himself. So Srimati Radharani loves Govardhan mountain, and this is Dharam Shankha. So just like in the evening time or in the after the arti, we blow the conch shell, so
Yeah.
we can get rid of all the bad omens and bhuta pishaja, ghost and hobgoblins and everything. So this calls for auspiciousness. So these are the two lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, and this is the reason why we should always meditate and try to remember uh, basically Krishna and Radharani's lotus feet.
Mm.
Okay. Any question, Nirva? Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Because of you, I could explain otherwise. Okay. See you after 2 months. 2 months or 1.5 month.
Oh,
Yeah. And thank you for leading this for when in the time when I am not here.
Mataji, my dad was asking for Rubina Mataji's number so he can like
Rubina
discuss.
Mataji's, na? Yeah, 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 yes. So she has said that after 13 December she is free. So so yes, I will let her know. I have asked her for the dates. Um, so she will be letting you know, and you both can communicate. Okay, I'll see
Okay.
you. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Happy journey.
Thank you.